We're just waiting for the recording. Great. Good evening and namaste, everyone. A warm welcome to all our participants on the fifth session of this 6-day online National Faculty Development Program, in which we have all been together for the past 4 days, and today is the fifth day of our FDP. We are doing this FDP in collaboration with BRB College of Commerce, Raichur, Karnataka. We means NLD. And I want to once again congratulate, commend, and appreciate the cooperation from our organizing collaborators at the BRB College of Commerce, Pujita ji, the coordinator, Shri Sandeep Karabhari ji, the principal, and the patrons of the college, CA Dhaval Jobanputra and CA Chetan Dhoka, who are part of the managing committee at the college, for their support. And we hope to continue to collaborate with the BRB College of Commerce for future FDPs as well. So giving all of you a quick recap of what Varsha ji has taken us through with respect to the life, principles, and values of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. And I once again extend heartfelt thanks from Team NLD to Varsha ji, because we have met recently. She's staying in the same city that I'm staying in. And I'm glad to be connected with her because she is a versatile, very experienced individual, especially in the context of ancient Indian history. And on the first day when I introduced Varsha ji, I told all of you to follow her YouTube channel. I will share the link once again today, where she is bringing interesting guests and doing some very interesting conversations, especially on geopolitics, which is, I think, an interest area that is common to both of us. And also, Varsha ji, if there is an online link to buy the books that you have written,
Yeah, it is available on Amazon. So
okay.
I will share the names also, the books that.
Yeah, maybe I think if we go to Amazon, I'll just explore. We go to Amazon and type your name, then all the books under your name are going to appear. So I'll try and post that link also very shortly. So on the first day, Varsha ji introduced us to Shivaji Maharaj's early life, the influence that his mother Jijabai had on him, his vision, ethics, and values. And on the second and third day, there was a detailed discussion on the planning acumen of Shivaji Maharaj and then the administrative acumen. We saw so many examples, so many anecdotes, so many stories where we understand how Shivaji Maharaj led by example. In yesterday's session, there was detailed discussion on three aspects. There was discussion on the communication aspect, how Shivaji Maharaj was a very efficient and able communicator. There was also discussion on how he had a code of conduct for communication. So, for example, how he laid emphasis on truthfulness, clarity, respectful language, protection of women's dignity, communicating with people in their language, using communication that was focused and purpose driven, and matching actions with words. So this is something that was discussed yesterday. We also, Varsha ji also took us through a case study of the Lal Mahal attack, which is a good example of how Shivaji Maharaj led by example. In today's session, we are again going to talk about Shivaji Maharaj and leadership lessons. So I think we have been able to accomplish the objectives that we have set out to achieve with the help of this FDP, that is understand leadership, governance, management, planning, administration, decision making, decentralized governance, accountability to people, strategic foresight, discipline, military and civil management. All of this we have understood from the lens of Shivaji Maharaj as he preached it and as he practiced it. So I now invite Varsha ji to start today's session. Once again, chat box is open for all participants to share their comments, insights, and questions. And I would definitely like all participants to use the chat box very productively.
Yes. Thank you, Nidhi ji, once again. And I'm really thankful to you for giving me the opportunity. Today, I'm going to start with this thing that we know as it is Veer Bal Divas. And these boys there, the young two boys. So what Aurangzeb did there with them, what it said there, the last lines, may our sacrifice cause a resurgence of Hindu Dharma. These were the last words of our Guru, son Sahibzada Fateh and Zorawar, who were buried alive this day, that is 26th of December, by Aurangzeb because they refused to convert to Islam. And unfortunately, for 70 years in India's capital, the road was named Aurangzeb Road. So that is what the irony is. I'm going to start today's presentation with his Shivaji Maharaj's leadership. And when I was studying about his leadership qualities, once again, when I was going deeper and deeper, I was able to get new things, knowing about his life and leadership skills. So if I want to describe Shivaji Maharaj's leadership in one word, that is Sat Sad Vivek Buddhi. That is only the one word I can say about it. Har jagah pe unki Sat Sad Vivek Buddhi jagrut thi. So here I'm going to share now with my presentation. Just a minute, Nidhi ji.
Yes, no problem. Please take your time.
It's not opening. Why? Yes, now it is opening.
Some
So is it?
issue with-
Yes. This is visible now.
No, I'm just seeing now it's visible. Yes, now it's visible. Everybody
So-
else, it's visible, right? Yes, totally.
Yeah. So that what now today's topic is about leadership lessons from Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and his legacy. So once again, the modern concept that we have, what means leadership, it is including motivation, ethics, influence, vision, contribution, responsibility, teamwork, support, decision. So many things are there when we talk about today's modern concept, so-called leadership. So when we talk about now Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj's leadership, so we have already discussed all these aspects, the elements of his leadership, that he was a visionary leader. He was leading by example, his ethical communication, that also yesterday we discussed about. He was always thinking strategically, then his administration, then his governance, decentralized leadership, all these aspects that we discussed in before the this presentation during the 4 days. So vision, ethics, empowerment, that can be there included, those topics that we already discussed about. So now here, innovation I am going to start about. If we talk about leadership, leaders are always thinking about new ideas because they want success for their organization, their institution, whosoever who is leading any institute. So what helps them is innovative ideas. The most important thing about leadership, when we talk about Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj's leadership, that is innovative ideas. That also we discussed about his guerrilla warfare tactics, his naval power, fortification, Ashtapradhan Mandal, spy network, intelligence, the agency that he was having, and citizens' welfare also. But small things that were carried out by his policy or in innovative ideas there, it made huge difference. So I am going to share with you the case study of Pedgao. Might be someone have heard this name or not, I don't know, I'm not sure about. But this is a place, a village near Ahmednagar now, which is named as Ahilyanagar. So after the coronation ceremony in 1674, Shivaji Maharaj's coronation was huge one, and it was an historical event, and the cost of that event approximately in those days was more than 1 crore. So now what Shivaji Maharaj was thinking about how the expenses can be recovered. And then only one source was to get the recovery was the Mughals. So here is the unique example that is of Pedgao. So Aurangzeb's Subedar Bahadur Khan Kokaltash, he was stationed there, means that Pedgao. And Maharaj got this news that this Bahadur Khan Kokaltash was having near about 1 crore rupees and 200 high quality Arabian horses. So accurately in those days, 1 crore, that can be more also, but the currency in those days was Hon. So more than 1 crore rupees that he was having there in that fort at Bahadur Fort. That is what the name of that fort. And he was there carrying this, that is 200 Arabian horses and this cash to Aurangzeb towards Delhi. So what Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj did there when he came to know about this, that now this is the right chance to get these things, because already the coronation ceremony was cost him a lot. So Maharaj, he asked his soldiers for a meeting. They gathered there, and near about 2,000 Maratha soldiers, they were supposed to attack Bahadur Fort. So when this news reached to Bahadur Khan, he laughed. Only 2,000 Marathas, let them come. We will finish them off as soon as they enter, because he was having near about 30,000 soldiers along with him. As we know that these all Mughal Sardar, so full of arrogance, अपने नेता से ही ये सीख कर आते थे. So on July 16, 1674, this Malwe जिसको बोलते हैं या मावड़ा जिसको बोलते हैं, they started marching towards this Bahadur Khan fort, that is Bahadur Fort. And he was so arrogant, full of overconfident. The Khan, he opened the gates and ordered his army to attack. When Maratha soldiers, near about 2,000 soldiers, they were there reaching. So when these soldiers, the 2,000 group of soldiers, they reached this Bahadur Fort, they didn't attack. They were just shouting. And they stood there with some distance. So as Bahadur Khan saw that this group has come, and he was overconfident कि मैं तो ऐसे ही इनको अभी हरा दूंगा, 30,000 soldiers है मेरे पास, 2,000 मेरे सामने कुछ भी नहीं है. And so now what happened there, when he opened the door, the fort's door, all his 30,000 soldiers, they started following this 2,000 soldiers group of Shivaji Maharaj. And when they started following, and these Maratha soldiers, they started running. So they were there having the thoughts in their mind कि ये तो हमसे डर गए. So what they did there, the 2,000 soldiers, they divided on themselves. So 300 soldiers went in one direction, 300 in another, 300 in another, in this way. So 2,000 soldiers, they were once again divided into so many groups, and they just vanished in the forest. And these soldiers, that is Bahadur Khan soldiers, they started following each group. So they were also divided. And they went for a long distance, and they were not able to trace down. So they once again came back to the fort. When they reached the fort, one of the group once again came there nearby, and they started shouting. So they were very angry, and once again they started following. So what here that amazing thing they did there, when these 2,000 soldiers, they were running or they were pretending that they are afraid of, one group stayed behind in the forest. And when Bahadur Khan, he decided कि अभी एक बार इनको अभी खत्म ही कर देते, बहुत हो गया, बहुत टाइम से आते हैं जाते हैं. So what they did, so after considerable distance, these Maulas who were hiding near the fort, they went inside the fort. The gates were already open, and they went inside. One soldier was there in the fort who was protecting that cash and 200 Arabian horses. So all this loot was there, means the treasury was there, taken away by these soldiers. They took the horses also, and they went away through another direction. So what is after what happened there? The 30,000 soldiers who were there chasing the other group, they came back. Bahadur Khan came back, and when he saw that the fort was there inside burning, so he was shocked. He went inside and he asked that soldier who was there. So the soldier said, शिवाजी के soldiers आए और सब कुछ लूटपाट कर लेकर गए. So that what the tactics, without fighting, he got the 1 crore rupees, as well as that the group of that horses 200. And from that time, the what we can say, the army which played this trick at Pedgaon, the idiom came into existence in Marathi, that is Pedgaonche Shahane, Ved Pangrun Gele. That means Bahadur Khan, who was supposed to be so wise, arrogant, so Shivaji Maharaj was successful to fool him. और तब से ये मराठी में ये इडियम फेमस हो गया, पेड़गांवचे शाने एडगावला गेले. मीन्स क्या बोलते हैं हिंदी में इसको, येड़े बन के पेड़े खाना या पेड़े बन के येड़े बनना, इस तरह से कुछ होता होगा. I don't know exactly, but this is what is one example that how he played, he fooled these people. So now, once again, coming back to the presentation, the case study of Pedgaon that I explained, how he was innovative. And that was always seen in his battle or war, that minimum loss and maximum benefit. So that his strategy was, and that can we learn from him, even from small things, that what he did there. Nothing, that what I told you, that Vivek Viddhi, Satsada Vivek Buddhi. Next is that his another quality is discipline. This also we discussed about how disciplined he was. He was having his code of conduct, no doubt. Yesterday we discussed, strictly following himself also. And whosoever who breaking these rules or discipline was severely punished. One example, once again, I am going to share with you. It is a case study of fort timing. Fort timings, that means the forts of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, they used to get open at the sunrise, and the doors were closed at the sunset. Suryastapasun to Suryodayaparanta. That was in Marathi. So the doors were closed. No one was allowed to enter and no one was allowed to move out. So what happened one day, Shivaji Maharaj thought that let's check whether the किलेदार जो होते थे वो अपनी ड्यूटी निभा रहे हैं या नहीं निभा रहे. So he went to one of the fort there and in the night. So he knocked the door, and the soldier or kiledar who was there, he asked, who is there? So he said, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, I am Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, please open the door. He said, no, स्वराज्य का रूल है, हम दरवाजा नहीं खोलेंगे जब तक सूर्योदय नहीं हो जाता. So what Shivaji said, that I am here, I am himself here, Shivaji. So open the door. He said, no, I am not going to open. You frame the rule, so how you can break the rule? That was the question asked by that kiledar. He said, whatever it is, there is an urgency, please open the door. He said, no, I am not going to open the door. So what the Kiledar said, that if you are Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, go back and come with an affidavit by Jizabai that you are really Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. So once again, Shivaji said that why I should give affidavit? I am telling you that I am Chhatrapati here. The Kiledar said, no, I will not open the door. And then Shivaji Maharaj, early in the morning when the sunrise was there, once again, he was there here at the fort. The gates were opened, and now the Kiledar was there inside. He thought that Shivaji Maharaj is going to punish me. So Shivaji Maharaj called him in the darbar, and he was there going to the darbar, knowing, might be thinking that I am going to be punished now because I didn't open door for Chhatrapati himself. So when he was there in front of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, so he said that you are that person who didn't open door when I was asking you and telling you I am there. So he said yes. So Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj said that तुमच्यासारखे सेवक जर स्वराज्यात असतील तर माझ्या स्वराज्याला काहीही धोका राहणार नाही. And he was rewarded by Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj for his honesty and following the discipline or the rule of Swaraj. So that is one example I wanted to share about. The next is that what we can learn from Chhatrapati, that is we over me. As common people, we always think about first me, right? But he was always thinking me over, we over me. So he was always believing in this philosophy, and he believed for whole life. Many critical incidents are there and the evidences are there that how he was following this we over me. So when we think about today's situation, हम भले ही बोलते हैं भारत माझा देश है, भारत मेरा देश है, India is my country, but I think might be there is something wrong with us. Once we put our foot outside the door, we forget everything, that what is there, it is to me, that is the ownership. So if we are working in the institution and organization, how we behave, like suppose you are there in the institution, the laptops which are there in front of you given by the company, even we are not ready to just put off the dirt also. जो घर में हम करते हैं, मेरी गाड़ी साफ होनी चाहिए, मेरा घर साफ होना चाहिए, ये होना चाहिए, वो होना चाहिए. Once again, when we are out, stepping outside, we forget that this is my country, this is my institution, this is my organization. So he was very much successful to instill this thought in each and every person who were there in Swaraj. Ye Swarajya माझं आहे. And that was his big achievement. What we are there taking pledge every day, India is my country, India is my country. We forget that ownership quality that should be there in each and every child, which is very much important, and that is the requirement today. We felt somehow in what we can say through the education system, might be when we are thinking about some training program, anything. जो शिक्षण मुलांना मिळाला पाहिजे होता, जो शिक्षा देनी चाहिए थी, शायद हमारी कुछ गड़बड़ हो गई. And that feeling of ownership somehow is not there. That opposite thing, Chhatrapati was successful. He just was there thinking about, and that made the difference. When a farmer even having a small piece of land, he was also there thinking that ki jaga, ye land mere swarajya ki hai. That means that he was having that thinking about his ownership, my responsibility to protect. So that's what we can learn from Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, that we over me. Then Chhatrapati practicing over preaching, that what we always are discussing about. तो preacher होते हैं no doubt, but उसका practice करना कितना होता है अपने से, that is a big question. And Chhatrapati never did that. He every time used to set an example. That what are the story also that I share about the Kiledar story. So he used to practice rather than only giving the instruction about some principles. And his daily life was also the same. He was very strictly following everything. So there are many instances from his life where we can say about that, how he used to sacrifice for motherland, for Hindavi Swaraj. Many such examples from his life we can take about. So next is about leading from the front over instructing from the back. That what I have kept this picture, how the boss is there and how the leader is different. Leadership is what we can say netrutva quality hai, and that the requirement is that the leader should develop more leaders. चाहे वो हमारे घर में कोई हमारी फैमिली का चीफ क्यों ना हो, फादर से लेके आप कोई भी ले सकते हो, दे ऑल आर लीडर्स बिकॉज दे वांट समथिंग दैट माय चाइल्ड शुड डू दिस, माय सन शुड डू दैट, और माय डॉटर शुड डू दैट. So in the same way there, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, he used to lead first, setting an example instead of instructing from the back. This is what is proved many occasions, winning many forts which were considered impossible. And the best examples that we discussed was Afzal Khan's Vadh and Lal Mahal's strike, surgical strike, that what we can say. So Afzal Khan Vadh is an example. Many his soldiers, his Sarsenapati, the well-wishers, they advise Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, don't go because Aurangzeb is ready to kill you. He said no. Many advised him to make a treaty. Shanti says agreement kar lo aur jaane do. He said no. So I will be there setting example, and definitely he was very confident. If he is there near Pratapgarh, he will be killed by me. So that is what another thing we can learn, leading from the front. After that is innovation over tradition. So we can see throughout his life, he was always thinking innovation instead of the tradition. What it means that he established Pradhan Mandal, his administration, his governance, his army, his navy, etc. But he was a very good innovator in the sense of weapons also. एक एग्जाम्पल एक शेयर कर सकती हूँ मैं कि जो तलवारें थी छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज के पास सबसे पहले, it was in curved shape. So he realized that these swords will not be there helpful to my soldiers in the war, because they were fighting against the Pathans, the Afghans, the Mughals, who physically they are very strong, huge size, weight, and height also. So when the curved sword was there in the hands of Malwa or Maurya, so it was not possible to kill them easily. So what he did there, he made the changes in the sword also. He decided to make it straight. And even if when we see his picture, Chhatrapati's picture, the sword which is there always shown in his hand is there somehow straight. So that was his innovation in the field of weapons and arms. So in the Navy also, we have discussed already how he changed the size and the smoothness of ship. So many things that he did was he broke the tradition, and he came up with the new idea. One tradition he broke was the samudra bandi. जब नहीं बोलते थे उस टाइम पे समुद्र से नहीं जाना चाहिए. That was his biggest step. Superstition he was always attacking. He used to carry out his war, or he used to start his war at the no moon day, because it is complete darkness. And what we so-called modern people or well-educated people believe that शुभ काम कभी अमावस के दिन नहीं करना चाहिए. Maharaj हमेशा ये chance लेते थे that he was always beginning with this no moon day, because it was helpful to him. Even one example I can share that how he was breaking tradition. It is said that when Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj was born, he was born in opposite side. That means the legs were there and he was on the back. Paltha जिसको मराठी में बोलते हैं. So when the people, Jyotish, he came there and he said that mulga paltha janmala ala, that means he came there at the founder back, having backside in front. So what happened, Chhatrapati said की हा मुलगा माझा जो पालथा जन्माला आला हा पूर्ण मुघलशाही पालथी घालेल. So that is what he had this idea. और वो common thing विवेक बुद्धि उस टाइम पे थी, that he said that what happened अगर आया तो ऐसे जन्म, और वो that what we have seen Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj's life also, how he fought against Aurangzeb. So this what innovation and tradition. So today also we can just think about this, that how innovative we can. I understand, and I'm here thinking always that we all are innovative in somehow the other way. For example, common thing when we are in the kitchen, we can cook many good things from old also, reusing the things. So that is also innovation. So it doesn't require कि इसी में ही innovation आ जाए. While teaching also, when we are there thinking about how the lessons can be make interesting for the students. So it depends on us how innovative we are. So this is what the one skill that we can learn from him, innovation over tradition. Then is entrustment or encroachment. So when he entrusted any activity to anyone, he always trusted him or her fully. He never encroached in his work. वो कभी किसी के काम में दखल नहीं देते थे. एक बार responsibility दे दी तो दे दी. If something is wrong, then he used to guide. एक chance mistake अगर हो जाती थी तो देते थे, because everyone is learning from the mistake. But someone suppose repeating the same mistake, he was punished. And many times we have found this example from his history that he punished many people because they repeatedly committed the mistake. So one of them is that Pratap Singh Guzar, I think that is the name. Marathanche 7 veer ladle. So that can be there. He was asked, he was punished by Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj because he broke the, he committed the mistake. And so that what he asked Pratap Rao Guzar, don't show me your face. That words hurted him a lot. I think that war was there against Kartablab Khan near Kolhapur. So when Pratap Rao Guzar came to know about this, that he is nearby, so he went along with his friends. They were only 7 in numbers. And the opposite side enemy, they were more than 30,000, I think like that. But they still fought there and they led their life for Swaraj. So that when he came to, Chhatrapati came to know about that, Pratap Rao Guzar was killed in that war. So he said that, maybe I was very strict to say about that, don't show me your face. So this shows that how he trusted and how the people also wanted to prove that they are trusting Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. So he always allowed anyone to commit mistake, no doubt. But at the same time, remember one thing, that don't commit repeatedly. So the reason of this was that he could percolate the vision in the hearts of all his mates. और इसी की वजह से हर कोई व्यक्ति, आप सोचो ना, मैं तो कितनी बार ऐसा सोचती हूँ यार, ये कैसे लोग होंगे कि एक एक शब्द में उनके हृदय में बस जाता था. और आज हम कितनी बार चिल्लाकर भी बोलते हैं भारत माझा देश है, फिर भी 0.5 लोग जो है वो अग्री नहीं होते हैं कि भारत मेरा देश है. So that the importance of this pure leadership skill of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Then is a pure soul over mere system. So in his organization, what we can see this. Today we face many times the system in place, but in the mechanical mode. That what we saw. Leadership, that I am saying that it must be beyond the boundaries. You have to touch the people. Then and then only it is possible that the people will work for you. So it is not a mechanical. Leaders are going to create, they are going to innovate. And when you just are there doing the thing, that is the manager, that managing the things. So it becomes mechanical mode. So the soul of the project is in putting heart in the work. And that's what he achieved by these things, that putting heart. During his lifetime, we can get all these things there, that system and process, which were driven by the human beings in those days, but they were really dedicated, committed, loyal. और सबसे बड़ी बात, कोई भी स्वराज्य छोड़कर नहीं गया. इसलिए मैं वो औरंगजेब का डायलॉग आपको पहली भी दिन शायद सुनाया था कि मराठे थकते नहीं, रुकते नहीं, झुकते नहीं, और तो और वो बिकते भी नहीं. एक दो ही एग्जाम्पल ऐसे मिलेंगे पूरे हिस्ट्री में जो छत्रपति को छोड़कर गए. एक भी ऐसा नहीं हुआ कि, एक दो है शायद, आई फॉरगॉट द नेम. So that is what the thing. Then simply brings about the system a kind of automatism. The team thrives across. System without soul requires buttons to operate, but the system with soul operates on its own. So this is what, when you put your soul, people start that this is mine. This is mine. Everything is there. That is the ownership. And then the people start working. He set an example through this also. Then is purity of participation over post of participation. So as I told you, anyone was there allowed to meet Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. ऐसा होता नहीं
I
था.
wanted to tell you something that Shivaji Maharaj has captured the hearts of the people. That's why you have told, no? It is in heart. That's why nobody wants to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Because he had
Yes.
made heaven in this earth, ma'am.
Yes.
That is
Right.
yeah. Thank you.
Yes. So anyone could reach out to him for any work related to enhancing the purpose of Swarajya. He only saw the purity of participation or mere post of participation. Many times the lower cadre soldiers gave some innovative suggestions which were incorporated with utmost enthusiasm. If we see that Tanaji Malasure's story at Sinhagad, so how he climbed a fort and how he won that battle. So that was the idea of he climbed that fort from the backside. घोरपड़ यूज की थी ऐसा बोला जाता है, बट आई एम नॉट श्योर अबाउट, क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोगों का, हिस्टोरियन का ऐसा मानना है कि नहीं की. बट एनीवे, ऑल एनीवन वाज देयर. One story, whether it is true or not, that when he was there traveling, I think in the night, or it was the evening time, along with his 4 to 5 soldiers, and he was very hungry. So he went to one lady there who was there in the hut, and the lady was not knowing that Shivaji Maharaj was there. So he asked for that kuch khane ko milega, kai khaila milel. So she said yes. So जो कुछ भी खाना था घर में वो खाया उन्होंने. The chawal, the rice was there, and might be the dal was there, and it was too hot. So what Shivaji Maharaj did, that he put his hand in the center because he was so hungry. And that old lady said, अरे तू पण शिवाजी महाराजा सारखंच करतो का, मध्ये कशाला हात घालतो, पहिले आजूबाजूचं बघ, आजूबाजूनी बाहेर काढ. The meaning is that you are also committing the same mistake like Shivaji Maharaj, concentrating first at the center. You should be looking at the surrounding first, capture these small places, capture these small forts, and then think about the center, etc. So that is also one story that he realized that thing. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, उनके ध्यान में आया, yes, she is right. So these are the things that he was always there. जो प्योर हार्टेड होते हैं ना, ये सारी बातें उनको समझ में भी आती है, and they are there following. So he was ready to do that thing. Whatever suggestions were given by any soldier or whatever advice was given, either he's Ashtapradhan Mandal or either a soldier, common soldier. Then servantship driven leadership over leadership seeking servantship. Though he was very acclaimed leader of his time, but he always exhibited the servant leadership. That is, he always acted like a servant to the kingdom and the society. This leadership should be learned by each and everyone, and even the today's leader. बोलने में तो सभी बोलते हैं, हम देखते हैं during the elections what they say that जनता जनार्दन है, हम आपकी सेवा करेंगे, but in reality what is there we all know about. But here Shivaji Maharaj was not like that. He always considered himself as a servant of his society, servant of Swarajya, servant of a kingdom. And he always also believed to be a servant at the heart of mother nation. Unlike many contemporary who created examples of leadership that always demanded servantship. So that what one thing is. One example I can share you that during his period, छत्रसाल उनको मिलने आया था, बुंदेलखंड का राजा, और वो औरंगजेब के यहाँ काम करते थे. He was working with Aurangzeb and he was fed up of that and he came to छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज and told him that please मुझे आप जॉब दो, मैं आपके साथ काम करना चाहता हूँ. छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज ने बोला, why you want to work with me? So he said, no, I like you, I admire you, I am really greatly impressed by your work, etc., etc. So Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, he replied Chhatrasal that if you really admire me, go to your kingdom and do the same thing what I am doing. And he did that thing. छत्रसाल का नाम आज लिया जाता है. And that's why I told you that in the beginning, कवि भूषण ने उनके ऊपर भी बुक लिखा हुआ है छत्रसाल के ऊपर. So he created another thing there, what Shivaji was doing here in Maratha Empire. So that was the example. Then is why can't attitude over can't attitude. So there were many incidents there that when a common level leader can always say that a certain task seems impossible. But with Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, this was a very unwanted word. He always seek ways and means of getting things done in spite of challenges. Overcoming challenges which seemed like mountains was his specialty. As yesterday, Nidhi ji asked me the question, why Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj went to Agra for the birthday celebration of Aurangzeb. Another reason is that Mirza Rajesh Jai Singh, who was there in his empire, he thought about that if the war continues, because Maharaj was not able to defeat him, and he thought that if the war continues, it will kill the Maratha soldiers unnecessarily. It will harm the villages, the farmers, etc. And so he decided that instead of that, I should make an agreement, तह जिसको बोलते हैं, and he did that तह, though the condition was let down. But he took the assurance, and Mirza Rajesh Singh also gave the assurance, affidavit, कि आपकी जान को कुछ भी खतरा नहीं होगा, इसकी responsibility मेरी है. And in spite of these things also, whatever the history I told you during that Agra visit, that is the fact. So औरंगजेब किसी का सगा नहीं था, उसने अपने बच्चों को मारा, अपने भाई को मारा, तो छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज को तो वो मारने ही वाला था आगरा में. So then is now we should learn from this. हाँ, हमारे यहाँ जो बच्चे हैं आजकल के छोटे छोटे बच्चे, थोड़ा सा कुछ भी हो जाता है, अरे मैं नहीं कर सकता, डिप्रेस्ड हो जाते हैं, डिसअपॉइंटेड हो जाते. आई एम रियली थिंकिंग अबाउट दिस पर्सन छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज. क्या उनको कभी डिप्रेशन नहीं होगा, कहीं डिसअपॉइंटमेंट नहीं आई होगी? तो ये सबसे बड़ी बात हमको सीखनी चाहिए. कांट, व्हाई कांट आई डू? सो कांट एटीट्यूड बहुत ज्यादा दिखता है आजकल. In spite of all the things that we have, our children are there having so many things with them, still they are thinking, यार मैं नहीं कर सकता. एक छोटा सा टारगेट उनको दिया जाता है तो भी वो बोलते. So this is what the today's generation should learn from him, that everything is possible. Willpower आपकी होनी चाहिए. And Chhatrapati made that a 14-year-old boy who took the oath of Hindavi Swaraj, and he proved it therein. After that, the coronation was there, that yes, I followed my dream and we can do that. Next is connecting people over the command. So many leaders expect command of many things from their teams. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj always created connection over command. The connection was so strong that once again, that is what we know about the stories. The people, तानाजी मालसुरे है, या फिर बाजी प्रभु देशपांडे है, नेताजी पालकर है, all these people, they were connected because Shivaji Maharaj was connected with them, with the family also. When Tanaji Malsure died, when वीर गति को जब प्राप्त हो गए तो बेटे की शादी में गए थे छत्रपति. So this made the difference, and that connection was very strong, and Swarajya was strong because of this. Then is cultivating a leadership. This is what I told you there in the previous slide, that leaders should be there cultivating the leaders. It is not that yes, मैं leader बन गया बाकी के जाने दो. What the attitude today we have, or even in the corporate world, even in the institution, that why should I develop the leadership? ये तो मेरे से ज्यादा आगे बढ़ जाएगा. That what the first thought is in our mind. So we all are there. I told you that we are leaders in at home. हम हमारे घर को, हमारे घर के members को आगे लेना चाहते हैं. But बाहर, why we change? So that is what we can learn from him. If we think about Sachin Tendulkar, he never was there having this thought कि अरे मैं run बनाऊंगा आज, मैं 100 बनाऊंगा. He always used to say, yes, I made 100 because it was the requirement of my team. So that is what example that we can have. So leaders must be there thinking what will happen अगर future generation में leaders अच्छे नहीं मिलेंगे, what will happen to our nation? So he did that thing. He was cultivating, nurturing strong leadership among his fellow members through his administration, empowering the generals, officers who were there taking independent decisions. This created a self-sufficient leadership structure, enabling his empire to function efficiently even in his absence. That I have one example once again. When he was in Agra, one fort was won by Jizabai under her leadership. And when he came back from Agra there, after that, how many, I think 24 to 27 forts were there given to Aurangzeb in that agreement. Exact number abhi mujhe nahi yaad aa raha hai. But after when he came back, no, he took all the forts one by one. So how it was possible? Because he was there just building the confidence and courage among his soldiers there. You work for them, and that happened there. So kaha ek killa Torangarh when he was just 16 years old, and he reached to more than 360 forts. So that even in his absence, the people used to fight. At that time, when he was in Agra, I think Sindhudurg was under construction. So it was completed. So they were not waiting for the funds. Mara jayenge, fir funds denge, fir hum. That is what the thing is, cultivating leadership. Next, that is to lead with emotional quotient. This is required today. IQ से ज़्यादा EQ अभी बहुत important है in today's scenario. So he conquered the heart of the people very who were aggressive, loyal, did the job when they were kindly treated, and they took the revenge if insulted. Most of them were farmers who toiled their lands. They were not very well educated, but were simple, honest farmers who got impressed by him, offered their services to Shivaji Raje Bhosle. So the leader walked and talked, and more importantly, believed in humanity. Hence, the Maoris were treated as assets. The incidents of Maratha leader could be cited here once again when Kondana or Sinhagad was captured. So this what emotional quotient. And in the beginning also, the management ko Shivaji Maharaj ne art banaya because he touched with his emotions. Then is leaving a lasting legacy. So leave a lasting legacy for future generation to build on. Rajesh started the journey by a piece of Jagirdar. I told you in the beginning when he came to Pune, a piece of land, Jagirdari, 300 soldiers, 200 soldiers. He started their journey. Carefully built on thoughtful and clear vision by practicing the management principle, which we discussed already. The childhood was gifted with wonderful nurturing and sowing of the seeds of Swarajya by his mother, Jizabai, who pushed his vision by willing support by Father Shaji and built the foundation of Hindavi Swarajya. This Swaraj was on the pillars of humanity, values, ethics, management, leadership. All patriotic individuals could find safety and security after taking refuge in Raje's Swaraj. And that what Bundelkhand का राजा जो है 17 साल, वो एक बेस्ट एग्जांपल है. If I am here to establish my Hindavi Swaraj, you are also able to start that things. So the action point suggests that the organization is bigger than any individual and should last longer than the life of any individual associated with it. So that is what the people thought about. मी असेन नसेन पण स्वराज्य राहिलं पाहिजे. And what the people were thinking about, हम रहेंगे या ना रहेंगे लेकिन छत्रपति रहना चाहिए, क्योंकि छत्रपति रहेंगे तो सबको संभाल कर स्वराज्य भी सुरक्षित करेंगे. Both way was there and he became legacy, and today also we are there following, or we must follow his ideals and principles if we want सुराज्य. स्वराज्य तो हो गया, राजकीय दृष्टिया हम इंडिपेंडेंट तो हो गए, लेकिन जिसकी तलाश आज हमको है स्वराज्य की, आफ्टर 75 years ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस, वो कहीं ना कहीं खो गया है ऐसा लगता है, कहीं ना कहीं बाकी रह गया ऐसा लगता है. एंड दैट्स व्हाई द रीजन इज दैट वी फॉरगॉट such people legacy very easily. So thank you very much once again.
Thank you so much, Varsha ji. Excellent insights about the leadership lessons and leadership values that Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj brought to the front. And as you shared in the many examples and stories, and I think there are so many more. जैसे मुझे
Yes.
लगता है कि हमें तो बहुत सारा कुछ पता भी नहीं है, right?
Yes.
And of course there are movies and plays about his life, but I really wish that there was more done to spread the message of his life and what he stood for and what he did to protect our civilization. So this has also been a fantastic session from your end. And now I will invite any participant who wants to ask a question or share their insights with Varsha ji. By the way, those who are in the WhatsApp group, if you have taken note, I have shared 2 worksheets that were shared with me by Varsha ji. Let me just go back to our WhatsApp groups. So there are 2 worksheets that were shared today morning. So in total, there are now 3 worksheets that Varsha ji has shared with us, and I can probably project one of it on my screen as well. So yes, yes, please share your questions and insights with us. Anyone?
Tomorrow,
Anyone? Yeah, please go ahead, Varsha.
yeah, tomorrow is our last session, and tomorrow we will celebrate Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj's coronation,
Okay.
along with whatever the topic we have decided.
Okay, sure. So,
Because
Subhash ji, I will come to you. Just give me one moment. I want to show the participants the worksheet shared by Varsha ji. So I'm just opening the screen. I think it is visible on my screen, right? Is it visible, Varsha ji, my screen and the worksheet?
yes.
So just wanted to share this interesting worksheet that Varsha ji has prepared, and she's been gracious enough to share this with us. And as educators, I believe that all of us can use these worksheets in our classroom. So you can see at the beginning of the worksheet, there are some learning outcomes. What will you be able to learn? You will be able to understand indigenous leadership models, apply Shivaji Maharaj's leadership principles to modern institutions, and undertake critical analysis. Then there are sections you have to answer these questions. Okay, you have to, for example, you have to identify any 3 core leadership values of Shivaji Maharaj and briefly explain them. ये जो worksheet है students के साथ भी use की जा सकती है. We teach them about one aspect, and then we in the next class make them do this worksheet. Then there is case-based analysis. So there are questions based on, for example, the case of Shivaji Maharaj appointing commanders like Tanaji Malusare, Baji Prabhu Deshpande, Netaji Palkar. There is another case study, Lal Mahal episode. So there are questions based on case studies that we have discussed. And then, of course, Varsha ji has given us an exercise, match the following. Okay, match the following leadership actions with their ethical outcomes. Explain the concept of Swarajya. And then section D is an application oriented activity. So, जो dimension है, vision, governance, team building, ethics, crisis management, what part of this dimension, or which dimension from among these do you see being practically applied in your classroom, in your university, in your institution, etc.? And then the worksheet closes with a reflective question. I think this is excellent. Matlab,
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
imagine the kind of hard work that you must have put in, Varsha ji, to prepare this, and this is readily available for all of us to use. So deep
Thank you.
appreciation that you have put it together, because you know what happens a lot of times is we want to use something of this in the classroom, but we don't have a handy tool. So this is a handy tool. So now there's no excuse that we can't use this in the classroom. Great. Yes, Subhashi, over to you now.
वर्षा जी प्रणाम।
प्रणाम सर। प्रणाम।
दीदी जी आपको और सभी इतने हमारे साथ संभागी आज हैं। अच्छा लगता है आपका कहना कि that we should celebrate tomorrow the coronation of Shivaji. It looks nice. You gave us an opportunity to feel we are walking with him and still we are to carry him forward. मेरा एक निवेदन है आप दोनों से, क्योंकि आप दोनों शिक्षक हैं तो आप लोगों को आचार्य कहना कोई गलत बात नहीं होगा। तो क्योंकि आप दोनों आचार्य हैं तो फिर मेरा आप दोनों से निवेदन है कि ये जो हम पिछले 4 दिन या 5 दिन में कार्य करते रहे, उसमें आप थोड़ा सा इनकॉर्पोरेशन हमें इस तरह से करना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि हमारे जो दर्शक हैं जिनके साथ हम वाकई में जाना चाहते हैं, अभी तो आपके क्लासरूम में सारे टीचर हैं, प्राचार्य, अध्यापक, जो भी आप डिजिग्नेशन देना चाहते हैं, लेकिन ये कहानी आगे जानी चाहिए। और निधि जी ने मुझे पहले ही बताया कि दैट यू हैव ए वीडियो चैनल विच आई एम येट टू सब्सक्राइब एंड गो अहेड। I wish all these parameters which you have described day-wise, if there could be small videos, as you had created the video which you displayed on first day, what was the comment given about Shivaji, if such videos could be created as day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and you could involve 1 or 2 artists or students, whosoever
Correct.
could be available to you, and they would be available on your video channel, so that people like me who have some access in the social media, we could distribute those videos, because they may or they may not be interested in joining a session of 5 days, 7 days or 8 days. And since we have paid you peanuts as a fee for the sessions, it wouldn't be, illogical to create such videos free of cost. And and really, if we mean that we have to serve this nation, and you have executed with us that we have to create this lever into our future generations. Now, since our future generation is addicted to videos and social media, and I would really feel it an honor that if you could create such small videos of each session, so that we could, as and when, depending upon the situation, any one of us in the classroom, in the social media, we could share those videos. And I don't know whether by that Varsha ji would get a Padma Shri or not. I don't know.
No, sir.
I don't know that. I don't know that which day you will be highlighted by Modi ji that one of the Padma Shri go there also. So that would be apart from that. Because in helping this nation, we have sometime to overlook the total what is financial incoming to us. Sometimes
Hmm.
it has to be away from that factor. And I feel personally that yes, unless and until you put off the factor of that which you gave the basic quality of Shivaji, not I, but we.
We.
Yes.
And if we all want to live with Shivaji, then we have to be we. And
Yes.
that factor only I could request Varshaji that that would be a golden gift for us, rather a return return gift for us, a peanut fee that we could share with everyone else and
Hmm.
try to get more and more people into this Nidhiji's network, what she calls as FPD. I don't know how she will call it in Hindi. I don't know. I have to yet request Nidhi to put a Hindi equivalence to that FPD, as I had for
Yeah.
IKS Bharati Gyan Parampara.
Parampara. Yeah.
There has to be one FPD, and it's a small homework for Nidhi to convert it into our local language.
Yes, yes. There is already Subhashji. I may not recall it immediately. I will have to go
No,
back
no, it's all
because
right.
yeah,
It's all right. Wherever you write FPD, you can the brackets you can write in Hindi. What is
correct.
that equivalence?
Yeah, yeah.
So that it becomes more local.
Yeah.
I am sorry to share with all of you that I am slightly inhibited about this word India because this is not our name. We cannot be recognized by India. We are having our culture and it has survived despite 1,000 years of atrocities. And Shivaji having the glaring example for us how he survived in those days and how he really created the image of Suraj. Thank you, Varshaji, for this term because
Hmm.
we in India, after even 1947 massacre, we are not yet in Rashtra. We are still fighting to make it a Rashtra. I don't know
Hmm.
when we will wake up and go for a Swaraj. I don't know. Only for the sake, namesake, we are saying Ramaraj, Ramaraj. You know, we are too far off from that. And
Yes.
the way our constitution is having hampering our all progress for last 70, 75 years. I don't know which day where the sun will rise, but still we have hope because Shivaji had hope, so we do have hope. Thank you, both
Yes.
of you. Thank you. I have taken so long for
Thank
the
you.
time.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, no problem, Subhashji. Your inputs and suggestions are very, very welcome, and all of them are so useful. And as a team, we also need these suggestions because we need to improve and reflect on our work. So, of course, you are absolutely right that we are focusing on teachers because personally, I strongly believe that if the teaching community takes this to the university classroom, it may usher in a revolution. And
Yes.
both myself and Varsha ji, being from the teaching fraternity, we think that is what connects us together. That is a common cause that we are bound by.
Yes.
At NLD, we are doing some YouTube shorts. I'm not sure of how much of that quantum is devoted to Bharatiya Gyan Parampara and the FDPs that we do on that, but we are definitely culling out some content from these recordings and sharing it on our channel as shorts. Our YouTube subscriber base has also enhanced over the last few months. एंड हिंदी में भी हमारे डेडिकेटेड डिवोटेड एफडीपीस चल रहे हैं पैरेलली. हाँ, उसकी मात्रा इंग्लिश से कम है, बट ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं है कि हम हिंदी में नहीं कर रहे हैं. हिंदी में डेडिकेटेड एफडीपीस कर रहे हैं. और या आई टोटली अंडरस्टैंड दैट वी शुड promote our local language and present our content in local language. The only thing is that when we are working under one system which has been entrenched so deep, we kind of try to follow that and then find our little pathway to make that different. So personally, I'm extremely I am myself a multilingual person speaking 7 languages now. I'm also learning Sanskrit and Bengali. So I whenever there is a request to do the entire program in English, I always insist that no, when you're talking about Bharatiya Gyan Parampara, There will be content that will be shared in local languages. वर्षा जी आप देख रहे हैं कितना सारा उन्होंने मराठी में कहा, वो भले हमें समझ ना आए इमीडिएटली, बट उसका समरी है एंड वो सुनकर भी कितना अच्छा लग रहा है. सो वो कंटेंट तो हम हमेशा रखेंगे ही. But because of the diversity of participants in this group, we have to stick to English. That's the only reason, and I totally endorse your suggestion. And we will try to do more and more such programs totally in Hindi. At least that is our aim. And other thing is we're also trying to bring in resource persons from multiple and diverse backgrounds so that the exposure can be vast.
Yes.
I always believe that if we can have little impact on the current education system, half the job is done, because that's what the other side did so cleverly. For the past 70 years, they captured our educational institutions. They captured our historical institutions. They captured the culture space. They captured the pop media space. That is how they survived and still continue to stay relevant, despite being electorally irrelevant. Right? So we also have to follow that template.
One small
Yes.
interruption, Nidhi ji.
Yes, Subhash ji.
I would love that if our efforts are directly precipitated on schools, not limited just down to universities, because 25 years ahead, when we are possibly celebrating a century of the independence, all those who are today in the school will be having the flags in their hand, and those who are in university and college, they must have retired from their active life. So I would prefer both of you to give as much support you can give it to the school level, so that really we would be having a century of the independence, not derogation. Thank you.
Yes. We are already trying this.
Yes, absolutely. And of course, because I am mostly been into university education, that's why my focus has been there. But Varsha ji has been in school education. So we will definitely try and concentrate our efforts in that direction as well. Great. So I think it's time to close today's session. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Tomorrow is going to be the last session of the
Yes.
FP, and I request all participants to kindly not miss this session, join us in this session, and continue to support NLD in its further activities as well. So,
थैंक यू सुभाष जी. आपने इतना बड़ा बात बोला है, हम तो बस एक काम या एक मिशन लेकर निकले हैं. देखते हैं आगे फ्युचर में क्या होता है. एकमेका सहाय्य करू अवघे धरू सुपंत संत तुकाराम महाराज म्हणतात तसं हम एक दूसरे के साथ ही आगे बढ़ेंगे. और वंस अगेन थैंक यू सुभाष जी आपके कॉम्प्लीमेंट के लिए.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Namaste, and see you all tomorrow for the final session.
Yes.
Thank you, Varsha ji. See you tomorrow.
Thank you. See you. Bye.
Bye.